Hi everyone, Vegas Film Critic here, Jeffrey K. Howard, here to review Through the Looking Glass, the sequel, I guess you could call it, to Alice in Wonderland, Tim Burton's film from a few years back, where we find Alice now commanding her own ship, leading all these incredible adventures. She returns home to find out that things have changed with her family and that she must accidentally go through the looking glass to find... I'm trying to figure out how to even say this. Okay, she returns to Wonderland to find that everyone's glad to see her, but the Mad Hatter is feeling down. He's in the dumps. You could even say he was dying because he misses his family that was killed by the Jabberwocky, which is this dragon-like creature. So now she must save the Mad Hatter the only way she can by finding out what happened to his family and where it all began. So how does she do that? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Right out of Star Trek, time travel. Time travel. Time travel. The most overused plot device in movies. And when time travel works, like source code or something, you know, even Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home, even when time travel works, it's amazing. But it is such a crutch. To use it for Wonderland, this movie is confusing enough. Can you imagine jumping around different times in Wonderland? I mean, that's what it is. And she has this device. Well, first of all, she has to go, in order for her to travel through time, she must meet the man who controls time, all time for everything and all dimensions or whatever, played by Sacha Cohen. He's like a timekeeper and really great character, really great character. Sometimes with Sacha, I'm hit and miss. This time, I just thought he was the best thing in the movie. He was so good. And it reminded me of that cartoon, The Phantom Tollbooth. Do you remember that from the 60s? You know, I mean, I saw it later on in life, but it reminds me of, you know, The Phantom Tollbooth, kind of the weird kind of crazy creatures in it, or characters, not creatures. And so Sacha Baron Cohen is running all of time. She must get this device, this chronometer or whatever, so she can literally get in this machine and travel through the ocean of time. And and of course, she has to steal it. And the machine looks like something out of H.G. Wells, you know, this thing where you sit down and you travel through time. So she has to go back and find Helen Bonham Carter, who plays the Queen of Hearts, or the Red Queen, and also Anne Hathaway, where their problems began. This movie gets so complicated trying to figure out what's going on, you know, even in the abstract kind of sense that Lewis Carroll has in Alice in Wonderland. But now we're trying to figure out everything while they're jumping around time and keep like, what? We have to go here? We have to go there? Oh, we must go back in time? Oh my gosh, don't change. You can't change the past. And so there's all kinds of confusion going on amid the insanity that is Alice in Wonderland. Now, in terms of the casting, Sacha Baron Cohen as the timekeeper, I loved him. I can see him having his own movie. I mean, that was such a great character. Helena Bonham Carter as the Queen, fantastic. Anne Hathaway, laughable. I'm sorry, Anne, you've been gone for a while, but all you do is just this kind of thing. You just stand and just make this blank look. Don't understand what you were doing there. And also the rest of the characters, they're just kind of Tweedledee Tweedledum and the March Hare. They're all just like a curtain call. They're all just there, you know, throwing in a line here or there. Nothing really came of it. And the great Alan Rickman, this is his final film, technically. He's the voice of the butterfly. And then also, it's just, you know, the script is what's bad, because nothing really makes sense. When you have to travel through time back and forth to fix things, and then you mess up something that affects the present, and you're going back and forth, you're just sitting there going, you've got to be kidding me. And the 3D makes it worse. I hate 3D. Sometimes it works, you know, but not with Alice in Wonderland, because the colors and everything, it almost like one reviewer said, I read a critic's review about it was like Willy Wonka threw up on his chocolate factory. That's exactly what it is, because it's such an overwhelming bombardment of the senses. And of course, you're like, wait a minute, Jeff, what about Johnny Depp? Of course, the $107 million reason why we have this movie. That's how much they spent on this thing. Johnny Depp playing the Mad Hatter. Well, Johnny Depp really was comatose most of the movie. I mean, he was sick. Remember, he was dying, because we have to figure out what's affecting him and how can Alice help. She was obsessed with helping the Mad Hatter. Forget she was in the real world and she's an adult now running a merchant company. She goes through the looking glass and now she's a little girl anymore. I must save the Mad Hatter. You're like, wait a minute, what about your real life? And why would she care about what's going on in Wonderland? I can see if you're a 12-year-old girl, but not with some 20-something that's got all this responsibility. The opening of the film, she's on a sailing ship and she's like saving everybody, and she's got this incredible head on her shoulder. She's really a strong woman, a strong character. But of course, as the movie goes along, she's just running around doing things that make no sense. And you think, well, wait a minute, that's Alice in Wonderland. But no, not when you're a grown woman. Not when you're a grown woman. I really didn't like this movie. I'm sorry. Alice Through the Looking Glass, I don't understand why she went. I don't understand why she stayed. And like I said, Sacha Baron Cohen was the only good thing about it. And I checked my notes. Again, this is not from Tim Burton. New director, James Bobin. You know, sorry, didn't work. It was all in the script. It was all the story. Not the costumes, not the special effects, not even the acting. These incredible actors, you know, their characters were coming to life, but they had nothing to do. And this whole time travel, what a horrible script crutch. Don't do it ever again. You understand, Disney? Don't do it. All right, for more reviews and interviews, surf on over to my website, vegasfromcritic.com. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the summer, so please help me. If you like, please subscribe, thumbs up, comment below, share. What did you think of Alice Through the Looking Glass? Did you hate it as much as I did? No? Yes? Love to hear from you. I'm Jeff Ricky Howard. All right, I'm hot in this. It's already... That movie gave me such a headache. Look what's underneath. Captain America. Yeah. Why is this button always doing that? Anyway, that's what you should go see. It's Disney. Peace. Happy Memorial Day.